Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this bedroom transformation. If you missed part 1, I will have it linked down below so you can check it out. But this is the room I'm working on. So this is my aunt's bedroom. She asked me to come in and transform this on a budget. She has a very eclectic and moody style, so I'm definitely going to keep that as a trend throughout this makeover, as you'll see. But just as a quick recap on the project, I took the old curtains down. I then centered the bed in between the sliding glass door and this window. The sliding glass door is never used, so the goal here is to create more symmetry. So I extended the curtain rod all the way to the wall over here just to give the illusion that this window is the same size as the sliding glass door. I then removed this chandelier sticker from behind the bed and went ahead and worked on changing out the bedding just to get an idea of the colors. All the bedding came from Amazon. I'll link it down below for you guys. So I got that all done and the room was already looking so darn good, especially when I added the rug for a pop of color, and I went ahead and transformed these beautiful nightstands using Beyond Paint. These turned out incredible, and I feel like it just really elevated the room having a nice fresh set of nightstands. The last thing I worked on was adding this beautiful gallery wall up and above the dresser and TV. Now this does change a little bit as you'll see in this video, but overall this was the feel, the vibe I was going for. Eclectic, moody, beautiful. It's working. I love it so much. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump into this video here. We're going to start with rearranging the furniture. So I did have the go ahead to move some things around. We're going to start out by getting this black dresser out of the way. Where this black dresser was sitting, I really wanted to do a nice curved arched mirror on the wall. That was one of the requests she had, was to have a mirror. She really liked the idea of like a large mirror. So I was like, I'm going to make that happen. So I got this dresser out of here, and we did just put this in the spare bedroom. And then what I did was anything I moved out of the room, I just tried my best to find a good spot for it in the house. And what was nice is that my aunt and my uncle were on vacation while I worked on this, so I had like free range to the house. And throughout this video, I also shopped her house too, because there was a moment in time where I kind of just didn't have enough decor. This is a massive room, and she likes a very decorated space. The best way to describe it is very collected. She's got antique, she's got some beach stuff, she's got boho, a little bit of farmhouse, not a whole lot of farmhouse, but just a little bit. Very just a different style. I love that about her. I've always loved her house. I've always felt so comfortable and at home here. I truly feel like the way that you turn a house into a home is by the way that you decorate and the way that you care for your home. And you can just tell there's so much love and just positive energy poured into her house. Like it makes me a little emotional, because she's always just been such a positive person and someone I look up to so much. And I'm just super honored to do this for her. It makes me want to cry. Before I start boohooing, let me just talk about the project and what I'm working on. So we got the black dresser out of the way. We also took out the fireplace that was right here, and see the air unit I was talking about? See how it kind of runs out? It's one of those portable ones. This thing is the bomb. It cools off this whole room in like no time. But as we were moving furniture around, I of course vacuumed and cleaned as much as I possibly could. Oh, and then this was the moment I was like, smell this perfume. This stuff smells freaking amazing. Don't let me decorate your house unless you want me sniffing your perfume. She really would not mind at all. But I always said, like, she smells so freaking good. And she had the Victoria's Secret bombshell, and I've always wanted to smell it because I don't ever go into Victoria's Secret. And she had it on the thing, and I was like, you know what, let me just smell this. And I was like, ooh, smell this perfume, this is bomb. But anyway, so after that, I cleaned, and then we're gonna move the bigger dresser that was in that little nook area by the bathroom door. We're gonna move that dresser over here. Alright, now that the big dresser is here, we just centered that. We will take the mirror that's on the top down in just a little bit. I was going to call and ask, but then her friend was here and she was like, she don't care, just take it down. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll take it down. And then I decided to create this little space over here as like a sitting area / reading space. Her room is just so big, it has great potential to have like a little sitting space. So instead of keeping the 2 armchairs and the light over there where the dresser was in the gallery wall, I decided to utilize this space for that instead. So we're just gonna clean up, or I'm gonna clean up, and then I'll start moving things over here. Now, I have the classic case of I can't stop changing things or moving things around. Like, I don't know why I'm that way, but I just move things and move things. And sometimes it takes me a little bit to like realize, like, okay, Carrie, stop touching stuff. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I did find this shelf in her spare bedroom, so I thought, you know what, let's pull that in here and we'll use this as a bookcase. I did order some shelving, but then I realized that the shelves were way too thin to even do anything with, so I decided to use this bookshelf instead. Now, here's where my dilemma started. So I had the 2 armchairs and I put the bookshelf in the middle. Obviously, for these tall behind ceilings, we need something a little bigger, a little bit like more grand, but we're on a budget and we're using what we have. So you just gotta work with what you got sometimes. So I set this up like this, where there's 2 chairs on either side of the bookcase, and it honestly looks really good. Had I had some type of artwork for the wall, I think that it would have brought it together, but the way that I am, I just can't stop messing with things. So I keep rearranging, and as the video goes on, you'll see I do rearrange. So Aunt Randy, if you're watching this and you want to move the bookcase back to the center, it looks good like this, totally do it. But if not, no biggie, you can keep it how it is. Anyway, so what my idea is, or was to do a wallpaper on this wall. I simply just ran out of time. I wanted to do something dark and moody. I think it would have been so just like a wow factor, but I was on a time crunch and on a budget as well. And by the time I got to this part in the video where I realized, like, oh my gosh, something needs to be on the wall, I could have totally painted, but I didn't want to do anything that was going to be like a rash decision. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just wait and then come back later on and maybe, do some wallpaper for her, which she did say, because now that she's already seen it, she loves it. She did say that she would love to see some type of like dark, moody wallpaper on that wall. So we'll get to that eventually. But in the meantime, we're just working with what we have. So at this point, I come back over here to this dresser. This is when I start to realize that this mirror is definitely not going to work. And thankfully, my aunt's friend was there, and she was like, "Are you going to move the mirror?" And I'm like, "I was thinking about it, but I'm like, I don't want to ask, and they're on vacation." And she's like, she ain't gonna care. So we went ahead and took it down. So we're gonna do that in just a minute. But first, we're gonna slide this dresser down and just kind of get the TV up underneath the gallery wall where I wanted it. All right, it's time for the biggest struggle of all, getting this rug up underneath this bed. This is a California king bed, and it might not look like it's that heavy, but girl, it's heavy. And so I had to have my husband lift it up while I ran back and forth like a crazy person trying to straighten out the rug. But the good news is we got it in place, and then we worked on hanging up this mirror. I got this mirror from Walmart for $85. I felt like it was a great deal for the size that it is, the quality, and the shape of it. I think it's beautiful. Now, I totally forgot to mention this in this video as well, but in my last video, part 1, I talked about how I had the idea to use green curtains originally. Green was her favorite color. That was something she said. I love green. And the green curtains I originally ordered were too light. They were more of like a sage green. So I ended up going with the dark brown since I already had it on hand. But I knew I wanted to at least try the green ones. I made it back over here. I got the green curtains in. We're going to try these out because I just can't sleep at night without knowing how these look versus the brown. So, and I love the color of these. So, before I take down the brown curtains, I wanted to point out, do you see how they're not true blackout? There you can still see a lot of the color coming through. Watch when I put up the green ones. They're like more of a true blackout, which is really what I wanted.
You say you're fine, but I can see right through. You're holding your secrets for way too long. This can't keep going on. With every lie, they keep on hurting you, getting away with everything they do. This can't keep going on. No, we're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding.
So I don't know about you, but I think the green ones look so much better. What a difference. And they're more of a blackout color. I feel like the brown ones were still pulling more of that red tone as the light shined through, which looks similar to the curtain she already had. And I wanted this to be like a bigger transformation. So we're sticking with the green curtains now. We're going to switch these out. It was cute. I actually told the kids, I was like, go look at how much better it looks with the green curtains. So they ran in here and I didn't even realize that I was recording.
Way better. Yeah.
What was really cute is I got my kids' reaction on camera on accident. I thought the camera was actually facing the other way, but it was facing towards them instead. But I got the curtains switched out, and then I started playing around with different pillows, but then I ultimately decided to just keep it a little bit more simple, since sometimes, you know, we don't always like to make our bed, so I feel like it makes it easier having less pillows there. Plus, the only pillows I had big enough for the black pillow covers were the ones that I had that were orange, and I just felt like the orange just gave it like that pop of color. It pulled from the rug, and I wanted it to kind of like flow throughout the room. So yeah, ultimately I ended up changing the pillow covers back. So just ignore the pillows that you're going to see all over the bed over the next couple minutes. Now, these pillows are actually pretty cute, so if you're interested, I can link them below. But like I said, I just decided to keep it a little bit more simple. And then I pulled this artwork from the gallery wall I worked on it just because I felt like something needed to be above the bed. And this just fit all the colors perfectly. It pulled from all over the room, and I was just like, yes, let me use this here. Also, by the way, I did end up finding a paint color that matched pretty close to the wall color she has in here. If y'all remember, I painted my kids' rooms the color Freshly Baked, and that color is almost identical to what's here on her walls. So I was able to touch up the paint where I peeled off that sticker and it ripped off the paint. Oh my gosh, that was like the worst thing ever. I was like, how am I gonna fix this? Because they couldn't remember the paint color, so thankfully I had a color on hand and it worked really well. I got the artwork hung up and I love how it looks. So now jumping over here where I have the little sitting area, now we're gonna play around with this bookcase. So I just borrowed decor from around the house. I also purchased some things from some thrift stores. I brought some stuff from my home as well. And I'm just going to style this bookshelf in a very just collected way, just layering different pieces together in different colors as well. I'm going to take the next hour and start perfecting everything. So dusting, just fixing anything that needs to be fixed last minute. I wanted this to just be absolutely perfect. So I went as the extra mile. I tried to dust everything. I wiped down walls, did touch up paint. I just wanted it to be absolutely perfect for her because she deserves to have this beautiful space.
Please, just tell me what's on your mind, 'cause I don't have time to figure it out, We haven't been our best for long. I think that we're just holding on to something that won't work out. Maybe we should walk away, just say goodbye and go our separate ways. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. I can feel it deep inside. We will never work this out. We will never work this out. We're falling down.
Door seen better days. We're just going to touch it up with some black Beyond paint that I have. Once again, absolutely love Beyond paint. If you have never tried it, highly recommend trying it out.
Look out, here she comes, the woman that I love. It's too bad she'll never know. Yeah, I can't tell her how I feel, because she has someone who makes her happy. I'm a ghost in these walls, or at least I try to be. 'Cause I hope that I'm not showing how I feel for her, but she won't feel the same for me. I've got this picture in my mind. It's just the two of us, just the two of us. But I know I have to try.
All right, y'all, the room is done. Let me give you a quick tour, and then we'll get into some slow motion, maybe some before and after clips, but I want to just walk you through and just share everything because I love how it turned out. And most of all, I love that it still fits her style. That was something that was a huge concern of mine. I knew that I could redecorate the space. I just didn't want to lose her spark, you know, because like she's got this very just cool style, and I think it turned out really good. I think it's a good updated look while still, you know, fitting her wants and interests as well. So first off, huge change was the curtains. These made such a difference. I did have them brown. Originally I ordered a sage color and they were way too light green and they were not blackout. I switched them to brown because it's what I had on hand and it worked. But I just had this vision. I was like, I really want the green curtains. I love the green velvet, and I took a chance and ordered these. They didn't have many reviews. I think these were the ones that didn't have a whole lot of reviews. And I think they were mixed as well, but these are true blackout. I really like these curtains a lot, and they just made a huge difference. I think the green looks much better. And you'll notice that I did extend the curtain way over here to this one corner. Although there's no window there, it just gives the illusion that there is to make it a little bit more symmetrical since the sliding glass door is here. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, why did you not just move the bed? I could have moved the bed over here, but I would have had to move the air conditioner unit that's already run outside the window. And plus, I think whenever you walk in the bedroom and you walk into a bed, it's like the focal point. I think it looks great. So I'm happy I kept it like this and then just kind of made the adjustments with the curtains. I did add a rug. This just brings so much color and just brightness to the space. It also covers a lot of the carpet, which is something she wants to replace eventually, but just wasn't in the budget. So beautiful rug. I think it does a lot for the space. I did find 2 matching nightstands on Facebook Marketplace for $70. Did a quick paint job on those using Beyond Paint. Absolutely love the paint. It turned out great. They are so nice. I mean, they look brand new. So I love how those turned out. And then I did get some new lamps from Walmart. These are just so cute. I think they're just really cool looking. So I got those, but they're a little short. So I just put each one on a book. I mean, she's got an eclectic style anyway, so I figured why not. And then I found, look at this. I found this, oh, why is it so blurry? I found this really cool like bowl / plate. I was actually going to use this on a shelf and use it as a display piece, but I think she's going to love it right here just as like a little catch-off or, whatever she unloads whenever she's ready for bed. And then I just found a couple little random things around the house. And I found a new coaster set. So I just took one out and put it right here so that way when she does need it, which I should put it right here so that way she knows what it is. Because the nightstands can't get wet for a while. They have to have time to cure. Over here, I stole these out of her hallway and the candles from in the living room. I just kind of shopped her house because I was like limited on wall decor and I thought these were just perfect for the space. I found this plant at Target a while back and then I never used it. So I decided to use it here. I found this little candlestick. I gotta take the sticker off, but how cute. I love that. And then I got this bird. This is a print that I got off Amazon and the frame is from Dollar General. I think it's like a $2 frame. And I broke the glass, so there's no glass in it. What can you do? So I got that. And then all this stuff was already on her dresser, so I just kept it there. I just dusted everything and just kind of stacked it nice. And then I did find this lamp recently from a thrift store. I love the gold and the uniqueness of the lampshade. I think it looks great, so I went ahead and added that there. Now, you will notice that the dresser is kind of pulled far away from the window here. Please don't mind the wrinkled curtains. I just ran out of time. But you can see the air unit going in there like that, so that's why it has to, be scooted out. This is the reason why the bed couldn't go over here, even if I wanted to. And then on this wall here, y'all know I wanted to do like a cool gallery wall, just something unique and fun and just bring some color and just interest to the space. So I put together this little gallery wall over top of the TV. And then in this basket here is my uncle's work clothes. I believe he uses those, so I just left that there. And then I stuck some pillows to hide the outlet. They already had this globe, so I just put it over here. And then on this side of the room, so here's the other matching nightstand. Oh, here's the coasters. Look how cool. I found these for $5 at a thrift store. Like $5. Ooh, what's happening? $5 at a thrift store. How cool is that? And then over here, I did find this faux plant outside on her front porch, so I borrowed it and I stuck it in this little planter that she had in the dining room. And then I also found this little footstool in her room, or in her dining room as well. So I borrowed that, and it also just fits really well in here. And then turning this way, I put together a little sitting area reading nook. I would have loved to spend more time on this space and maybe do like an accent wall with some wallpaper. I truly did not have enough time this week. It's been hectic. But I think it turned out cute. I think she'll really love this space a lot. And then one of the biggest things she did request was a nice large mirror. So I found that at Walmart for $85. And yeah. Oh, these are the chairs I thrifted. Remember I told you guys about those. That's the little table I made. And then this little shelf here, she already had that in a spare bedroom. So I took that out and then I replaced it with the black dresser that was in here, if y'all remember. I would love to have like some artwork here. I just don't have anything right now. But like I said, maybe in the future I'll come back and we'll do like a cool wallpaper or something. How nice would that? Like something dark and moody, I think would be really cool. I just, like I said, didn't have enough time and it wasn't in the budget for right now. But yeah, I think it turned out great. Let me know what you think. I'll show you guys a couple like before and after shots and some slow motion.
I'm an arrow, can you stop me? I can go wherever I want be. I'm the fire, can you take me? I will stand out and catch you slowly. I feel like a hurricane going round and round in my veins.
All right, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this makeover. I am so honored to have this done for my aunt. She absolutely loved it, by the way. She called me and was completely speechless, so that was just a huge win, and I was just so excited to hear just the excitement in her voice. But yeah, make sure you share this video with a friend, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you for being here and helping make these videos possible. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for my job and everything that I'm able to share. I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, y'all.
I've been dreaming so much lately about your face when you're smiling. It's the only thing that saves me.